off by thanking each and every one of you for being here. So what does Relay for Life mean to you? Is it a struggle, a journey? What about teamwork? Or is it simply a community event? A relay is something that a team accomplishes together that one person alone cannot do. It is passing a baton or hope along to multiple people that are all in the same race. When a person is told they have cancer, the disease doesn't affect that one individual. It feeds on everyone that surrounds them. Whether it is a wife, a husband, a brother, a sister, a child, it touches the lives of coworkers, and sometimes even the lives of people we may not even know. So this Relay for Life is our way of banding together as a team, doing what one person cannot do alone, and passing hope as we continue to fight, compete, suffer, and survive. As a child, I was taught from an early age the joy of competition. My sisters, Morgan, Kelsey, and I are very close in age, and everything was a race. From who could race to the car first, or score the most goals, to the prettiest Barbie and back handsprings. My parents were there through it all. From age 3, when I was a gymnast, my mom sat for hours on a cold, hard bench reading books. Next, I was a cheerleader and my mom was sewing ribbon in my hair so I was prettier than the other girls. And most importantly, I was a soccer player who was so competitive, my mom drove me to Albuquerque every Saturday and home on Sunday to play a single soccer game with the best team in the state. Had I known all along what was to happen in the next few years, would I have been so prepared to fight? My journey with cancer started in 2007. I was playing college soccer in Minnesota and getting ready to go out with some of my teammates, and I found a small mole in the back of my neck just below my hairline. Being that I was young, I wasn't worried, but concerned considering I was a redhead, born and raised playing soccer here in New Mexico. I decided to go to my athletic trainers the next day to have them look at it. They informed me that the mole fit 4 out of the 5 criteria for the ABCDEs of melanoma, which are asymmetry, border, color, diameter, and elevation. Soon, my mom was on that very next flight to Rochester, Minnesota, taking me to the Mayo Clinic to get the mole removed by wide margin incision. That was February 2007. I thought that was the end. An entire year later, I was at work and found a gumball-sized knot on the right side of my neck just below my ear. I was unquestionably more alarmed this time and went into the doctor, who said, "It's just a lymph node reacting to a recent illness, wait 6 weeks and see if it changes." It didn't change. Those weeks went by, still no change. Then 1 week later, I was on spring break with my family, and on the left side of my neck, I found a slightly larger lump. My parents both knew how serious this was, and as soon as I got back, we were in the hospital getting a fine needle aspiration on those enlarged nodes. 2 days later, April 3rd, 2008, I was diagnosed with stage 3 melanoma. The initial mole removal was not successful, and over the year the cancer was spreading to both sides of my neck and my lymph nodes, and I felt fine. Within weeks, I was at MD Anderson going through a 10-hour surgery, having 74 lymph nodes removed from both sides of my neck, and I celebrated my 21st birthday in the middle of it all. My real fight started the moment I woke up at MD Anderson. Because of the extensive surgery, I had severe neck and arm nerve damage. Lifting a spoon to my mouth was a gruesome task that I didn't perfect for months. I had giant bags hanging from my neck, draining fluid that my lymph nodes were supposed to do. I remember thinking just how heavy all of it was. I was told by the nurses that I couldn't go home until I walked around the nurses' station 3 times with my IV pole for support. The distance was about 40 steps. It took me 2 days to even think about it, another day to plan it out, and then an entire afternoon of eating and sleeping just to sit up. I remember shuffling my feet with my head down, asking my dad, "Are we there yet?" And we were halfway. Now, I could have easily turned around and gone back. It would have just been as easy, but we kept moving forward. I won that day. After that, I told myself, 1 more lap, 1 more minute, one more bite of food. And it got easier. With the support of my amazing mom, dad, sisters, family, friends, nurses, and doctors, it got easier. And not just for me, for them. Last year, I knew I had won my battle with cancer. My survival rate skyrocketed at the 2-year mark. I was beyond confident. Until a month later, on May 7, 2010, the week of my sister's wedding, my world turned upside down. My rock, my world, my angel, the person who flew to Houston with me for my chemo treatments, the person who was there for radiation, the person who cooked me every meal, the woman who rubbed my back, ran me warm baths, and kissed my cheeks when I had the chills and thought that I couldn't go on because of the interferon, had now been diagnosed with lung cancer at the age of 51. Because I knew we could win, I said, she's gonna beat this. My mother, Cindy Wright, battled every single day for 8 months. She never showed fear, she never backed down from any treatment, and on the day that the doctors put her in hospice, she was asking when her next chemo treatment was. And even though she was too weak to stand up, she had my little sister doing leg exercises with her so she could get stronger. And even though she could have had ice cream and junk food, she was eating vegetables so she could get healthier. And even though my beautiful mother passed away on January 3rd of this year, my mama won. She never let cancer win because she taught my whole family how to laugh loudly through pain, and she taught us how to be stronger when we felt weak. So the reason I relay is for my mom. Last year at this very Relay for Life, I completed my first ever survivor lap, holding her hand. I remember never wanting to do this because I didn't want to put myself out there. I was really worried about what people would think and what they would say, and just worried. But she wanted to form a team and be around amazing people, strangers and friends, fighting the same fight. Since last year, we have made the Wright team, which has over 150 team members at the NMSU Relay, and in Canyon, Texas, we were the #1 fundraising team. And I've never looked back since. It is now 3 years and 4 months after my melanoma diagnosis, and I still go to MD Anderson every 4 months for clean checkups. You know, it's strange. Cancer may have been one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I've ran 5Ks and 10Ks, half marathons, triathlons. I've learned so much sun safety and mold detection. I've encouraged other people to go to MD Anderson. I run a boot camp business, and most importantly, I have my degree. It's changed my life in so many ways, and I am a better, happier, more humble person because of it. So I want to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for your willingness to contribute not only your time, but your effort in making a difference in the lives of others. I truly believe that one day a person will be told they have cancer, but they'll also be told there's a cure because of hard work of people like you. So, on behalf of the American Cancer Society and our country's more than 11 million survivors, I welcome you to the Relay for Life event, a celebration of survivorship. Thank you.
We'll follow her around for a while.
Okay, next up we're going to have actually one of our researchers, Judy Cannon, come up, and she'll also be available after.